Oldest bank. The world's oldest bank still in operation is Banca Monte dei Paschi di Siena, founded in 1472 in Italy. It has survived wars, plagues, and centuries of financial crises. Talk about a long-term investment. Gold storage. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York holds around 497,000 gold bars in its vaults, located 80 feet below street level. No wonder the basement is off limits to the public. ATM Origin. The first automated teller machine, ATM, was introduced in 1967 by Barclays Bank in London. People were skeptical at first, thinking it was a fancy vending machine for cash. Piggy Banks. The term piggy bank comes from pygg, a type of clay used in the Middle Ages to make jars and pots. Eventually, the term evolved into pig-shaped containers for saving coins. Swiss Bank Secrecy. Swiss banking secrecy laws were established in 1934 to protect Jewish assets from being seized by the Nazis. Now, it's more famous for hiding the assets of the rich and infamous. Glass ceilings. Some of the first female bank tellers in the U.S. were hired in 1864 by First National Bank of Washington, D.C. Despite this early start, women had to fight for decades to break into higher-ranking positions. Free checks. In the 19th century, checks were so widely used in the UK that banks started printing advertising on the backs of checks. Free banking was a real thing for a while. Credit cards. The first universal credit card, which could be used at multiple establishments, was introduced by Diners Club in 1950. It started as a way to avoid the embarrassment of forgetting your wallet at a fancy restaurant. Interest-free banking. Some banks, like those in Islamic countries, operate on a no-interest basis, in accordance with Sharia law. They make profits through shared business ventures instead. Bank runs. During the Great Depression, bank runs were so common that people used to sleep outside banks to withdraw their savings at the crack of dawn. This mass panic led to the creation of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, to protect deposits. From medieval piggy pots to the gold-filled vaults of New York, the banking industry has a treasure trove of quirky history. Whether it's the introduction of ATMs that were mistaken for cash vending machines or the secrecy of Swiss banks that started for a noble cause, there's always more to banking than meets the eye.